Yo, guys, what's up? I said I'd be back. Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to share this insight with you because it's something that I've been reading about today and going over. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I think we all need to hear something like this. And as I was going through some training and as I was thinking about and evaluating my life, which I love to do, just because it puts me in my place and sometimes it convicts me and sometimes it inspires me and it challenges me. And as I'm working on my book and continuing to go forward on some of that stuff, this thought and this question seemed to intrigue me a little bit, and I wanted to write more on it. And so I'm going to speak about it here in a little bit and hopefully get your feedback on it, on what your comments are and what you think. And basically, it's this thought of what is called the law of contrast. And so, what that means in this law of contrast is that maybe some of you have heard it put this way, that it's a first world problem, right? So, as you listen to people complain and you listen to people be negative and all this type of stuff, we all know someone, right? That's like that. There's a reality and a question that I get asked all the time. And I get asked this question a lot where people say, Ryan, why are you so happy all the time? Right? Why do you have this joy for life and this excitement to get up every day and all this energy? And it's funny because there's times where I get home and I'm literally exhausted. And I wake up and then I have more energy. And so to answer that question, there's a lot of things that go into that. But basically, I think the law of contrast is probably a good reason for it. And so I wanted to share that with you guys tonight, as it convicted me and it challenged me a little bit too. And with that being said, it's basically this. It's understanding that no matter what life throws at you, you're always in a better place than someone else. Let me rephrase that and repeat it for you. No matter what happens to you in your life, which I know there are some things that are painful. I know that there are some things that are difficult to go through, and we've all been there, right? This law of contrast is basically understanding and realizing that there are more important things in life than to dwell on the negative things that are happening to us. So we've all heard the saying, when life throws you curveballs, find a way to hit one, or wait for the fastball, or however you want to say that. And how you deal with that is going to determine how successful you are, how you end up going in a certain direction in life. And I think we can all relate to that, right? So why am I happy all the time? Why do I have so much energy? Why do I bring so much joy and try to bring joy to people's lives? It's simply because I realize that life is short. And there are times in my life where I am going to experience difficulty, challenges. I might have a bad day, but the reality is this. The reality is that no matter how bad a day can get for me, there's somebody else out there that's going through something completely opposite of me, or actually not opposite, but more difficult than me. So I tend to look at things like this sometimes, where if I have a deal fall apart that I've been working hard on and it falls through, am I upset? Yes, I can be upset sometimes. Does it stink that I just lost out on that deal? Yes, but at the end of the day, I know there are many more deals to come. I know that that's not the only deal that's going to provide for me and my family. And I know that there is somebody else out there that would die to be in my shoes, to have that be a quote unquote bad day. And so that is what I wanted to share with you guys and challenge you guys with as you think about dealing with challenges, dealing with maybe some really difficult things in your life. And there were times, I'll give you a perfect example for me when I lost my father 3 years ago. I was in a dark stage place in my life going through that. But what helped me get through that ultimately was my faith and my walk with Christ. But also the friends that I had surrounding me, helping me get through that. But then also, to take it a step further, it was the mindset. And it was the understanding that I'm not the only one that's ever gone through this before. there have been other people that have lost their father. And unfortunately, there have been some situations for other people where they didn't get the time that I got with my dad. I've got 30 some years with my dad, and there were some people that I know that they only got 5, 6, 10, 12 years with their dad. Some kids don't even ever get to meet their dad. And so having that mindset and that gratefulness and that thankfulness, even in the midst of something tragic and difficult and painful to go through, it helped me, and it helps me now go through the things in my life where when I deal with something that is quote unquote a bad day, it makes me come back to reality to think about, you know what? There's somebody else that's having an even worse day. There's somebody else that's on their deathbed right now, hoping, praying, wishing for another minute, another 30 minutes, another hour to spend with family. And my my bad day doesn't look as bad as some of those things that those other people are going through. So I wanted to share that with you guys. One, just because I'm an open book, I'm transparent, and those are the types of relationships that I love and conversations that I love having with other people that I like. And that is why I believe I'm successful in my line of work and the things that I do, because I am very transparent and open with people. I care about my clients, and I realize that this business for me is not about transactions, but it's about building relationships, and it's about being there for other people, and it's about educating them, informing them, walking them through one of the biggest decisions that they're going to make in their lives, and taking that extremely serious, is why I love what I do. And quite frankly, if a deal falls through or a transaction falls through or I lose out on something, it's not a big deal to me, because I know that what I wake up to every day is not that. I wake up to every day getting to come to work and basically pour into other people's lives, educate them, inform them, create a relationship, go deeper, show them what a true, genuine, authentic, transparent man of integrity looks like, and with someone that really cares about developing a relationship looks like. So why am I so happy and joyful all the time? Because there's not anything in life that can steal that joy and that happiness away from me, because I have the mindset and that law of contrast mindset that whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm dealing with is nothing in comparison to a more difficult, a more painful situation that somebody else might be going through. So hopefully that challenges you guys tonight. I hope you're inspired by that message. I hope that you apply that to your life, because I can promise you that your outlook on life and the way you do things and the way you view relationships and people will change when you have that mindset. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. That's a little taste of something that I hope to implement into my book here in this next year. And my goal is to hopefully get that done by the end of this year and out on the shelves come 2019 at some point. So with that being said, comment below, ask questions below, whatever you think that I need to talk about more, or something you relate with as I talk through some of these things. But I want to start doing some more of these things just to kind of give you a little insight on my life, and also a little insight on why I do what I do, and hopefully inspire you and challenge you and encourage you as you go about through your life. So again, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all watching. Man, I got a lot of people on here. I'm going to start waving at people. Yep, I see you. I see you. I see you. Jerry Haig, how's it going? Yep, Jen Bronson, I see you. And Laura Schwartz, hey, how's it going? Doria, thanks for watching. Man, I love you guys. Connie, thanks for commenting. Nikki Cox, what's up? Shayna Evans, what's up? How you doing? Trevor Zott. Oh, what's up, Trevor? That's what I like, getting you some of this stuff. That's good stuff. Dustin, Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy, how's it going? I wish I would have saw you tonight. My son was passed out sleeping. Shelly, hope all is well. And hope everything's going well with the house and the transaction there. Dave Scatina, what's up, buddy? I used to work with that guy at Apple. So yeah, man, a lot of people just watching in and appreciate it. So I'm going to swipe over to the left because I just want to thank you guys and appreciate the following that I have, and you guys for never being afraid to comment or share things going on with you as well. And I think that's what makes us better and stronger human beings as we move forward in life. and as we challenge each other and encourage one another. So with that, I hope, again, it was challenging and inspiring for you tonight. And again, like I said, if you have things that you want to know about me, I think I might start doing some sessions of like Ask Me Anything, because it helps me kind of lay out kind of the direction of where I want to go with some things. But with that being said, love you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.